Welcome back to another awesome video.
Today we've got this Hitachi TRK-9100H boombox, and it is quite a boombox.
This thing's a beast.
Compared to the boombox from our last video, this thing is a lot bigger.
And now here he is.
While this is not a very high-end boombox, it does have a lot of features and attention to detail. On the top, etched in the plastic, are the words detachable speakers.
And it still weighs 15 pounds with the speakers detached.
Yeah, without batteries. You have these cords that are hidden in the back inside these panels, but when the speakers are just attached, it works without cords. How does that work? It's because on the side of the speakers, there are these metal connectors that conduct the speaker signals when they're connected directly to the boombox, so you can carry this thing around without any wires trailing out of it. It's kind of nice. And this is a great boombox to have today in 2023. You know why?
Why?
Because on the back, it has got auxiliary inputs and output too. So not only does it play old school tapes, but you could hook up a Bluetooth receiver, your cell phone, and it gets even better. In addition to line inputs for a Bluetooth receiver, it's also got a phono preamp. So you can hook up a turntable to this boombox at the same time.
Day in, day out, all week long, things go better with rock. That's what the band Autograph says. They're at number 31 with instructions to turn up the radio. Turn it up.
So this would actually be a pretty good little shelf system for somebody, because you could separate the speakers and you could hook up auxiliary sources. Then when you wanted to take it on the go, you just disconnect the main part, take your tapes and radio, and you're good to go. Of course, with I think 10D batteries. So the repair section of this video is going to be very quick today. I accidentally left the camera in 120 frame per second mode, so all the video was slowed down, which can be fixed easily, but unfortunately there's no audio, so I lost all the narration and all the demonstration of the problem. The belts in this boombox had broken and left the cassette deck in a state in which the motor was running all the time, so the boombox would never turn off. So the repair was just taking the box apart, replacing the belts, and doing some general cleanup, some of the scratchy volume controls and oxidation thing. The only thing really worth mentioning here about this repair is how easy it was. Very straightforward to disassemble this boombox and access the cassette mechanism. Easy to work on. It used square belts instead of flat belts. Those were easier to find. In general, this seems like a good boombox to have, and it's not a lot of trouble to maintain. It was also interesting to see on the inside, the internal speaker connectors were different on each side. So on the right side, they were close together. On the left side, they weren't, which is probably due to the position of all the boards and things. But anyway, that's the quick and dirty repair. It was just melted belts. Could not find a lot of info on this, but this ad has some bad grammar. Like it says, sound you can hear the other end of the street. I think they meant from the other end of the street. And there's also some fragmented sentence.
Someone didn't go to English class.
Yeah, I think the marketing on this just was not very good. Like, for example, they say a compact box of power with a compact price with all the functions you would expect to find on larger machines. So they need some marketing help. Sound quality on this boombox is not anything that's going to blow you away, but it does have 3 different drivers and 3 individual tone controls and a graphic equalizer for bass, mid-range, and treble, and you can make it sound pretty good. They took advantage of the large size to provide very nice sized knobs that are easy to see and to use, and even though they're plastic, feel pretty solid. The sections are nicely laid out with all the sort of sound controls up top, including tape type selection. Then in the middle, there's the visual indicator display with a VU meter and the tuner control. On the bottom, the tape transport is not very fancy, but it gets the job done, and it does have mechanical soft touch controls with cue and review.
Compact discs, just $12.99 each. Get Red Tag savings store-wide now at Musicland.
Musicland, we got what's hot.
And I'm not a collector of boomboxes. I realize there are some collectibles that will demand high prices, but I was still shocked at the even thrift store prices for low-end, crusty boomboxes with problems. It was just really expensive to buy a boombox. This one I got lucky. I got for $31 before shipping. Normally goes for about $100 on eBay.
It's big.
It's big. It's pretty loud. Probably not the best thing to do while doing your homework is listening to this, but it seems to work. What do you think of it? Sounds okay?
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Okay, well, anyway, we'll wrap this up for today. That's the Hitachi 9100, and we will see you next time.
See you next time for another awesome video.
Here's a smash that went to number 2 and spent 2 weeks at that spot. This week it drops from number 22 to 33. Easy Lover, Philip Bailey and Phil Collins.